Yes, sir. What's good, everybody, man? Hey, man, let me see. Let me turn my music up a little bit. Welcome back, man, to another show, man, another video. I'm your host, Lou. Welcome to Lou's Takes, everyone. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, showing love and everything like that. We got a special one for you. I feel like, I gave my 2 cents before on this topic, but I feel like, hey, what's it, doing a little bit more? Let's talk about it a little bit more, because this is my area. The trenches is my area, my domain, and y'all gonna basically, be getting y'all's, during the season. I'm gonna be doing just like I did last year, except we're gonna be going live and we're gonna be breaking down a film, going deep into what really happened in the game, because I'm telling you, hey, shout out to J Tuck in the building, man. shout out, man. Hey, appreciate y'all for coming in. I just got through watching your video, J Tuck, for real. Shout out to everybody coming in, though. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and everything like that. I appreciate y'all for doing it. But let's get right into it. As you know, articles came out, interviews were had on the great Duke Manyweather. I actually hope to meet him one day and have a conversation, talk about some O-line stuff, because he's doing a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff in the Cowboys sphere, a lot of good stuff in the O-line sphere in general. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever do get a chance to meet him one day, it's gonna be huge. You know what I'm saying? But they did a little article on our offensive line. I know a lot of people got a lot of questions about the offensive line going in, and I feel like, let me just ease your mind. Let me add some reassurance to those questions you having. So let's start on the offensive line. As y'all know, I single-handedly blame the offensive line for 60% of the team struggles and all of the offensive struggles last year. I know we can blame the coach. I know we can blame coaches around him. I know we can blame Dak. I know that's the low-hanging fruit. I actually blame the offensive line. Why is that? It's because they have their play affects so much in the now with the execution, and in the future with just play calling in general. And you saw that be affected, not just with the Dallas Cowboys, but even with greater teams. If you look at the Super Bowl, I felt like the reason why the Chiefs did not win the game is because of their offensive line play. They were losing up front, and we saw a rattled Mahomes and an even more rattled Andy Reid, because when your offensive line is just losing like that, it's hard for you to win. It's hard for you to be confident in your next play call. And that's why I blame the offensive line in that regards, because in the year before we had an MVP season. What changed from the MVP season to last year? And the only thing that really changed on paper, and as you can see in the game, was the offensive line play. You know what I'm saying? So, and it really, I felt like when we look back on it, I know he blamed McCarthy. I just feel like the situation going in and what happened really affected how McCarthy wanted to, call the game. It really limited him, especially in the passing game, especially with us not being able to protect in the middle. I did a show I think a month ago with my guy Cowboys Beat, and we broke down that film just like a couple of games and just showing the interior pressure and how much people really overlooked and really didn't pay attention to how much interior pressure was in Dak's face, and he couldn't even step up in his throws. He couldn't even, it was a couple of throws. The guy was open. He made the right read. The ball sailed. The ball was late. And I know the low-hanging fruit, the talking heads are going to blame Dak. We're like, oh, if that was Mahomes, he would have made that throw. No, he wouldn't. And that's why it's important that you shore up that protection and actually you know what I'm saying, hold up, because that can be the difference between an incomplete pass and a 30-yard game. So the importance of the offensive line and Duke Manyweather, he's really a gem. Let's start there, because not just the Cowboys offensive linemen go to him. Like I heard his first big client was Lane Johnson in the Eagles, you know what I'm saying? And now he's a pretty big staple in the entire NFL. In Duke's, CBS interview, let's take a look at just a couple of his quotes from the interview.
Not only Tyler Guyton or Tyler Booker or Tyler Smith or Terrence or any of those guys, Cooper, is just to help make them be the most efficient, effective, and consistent player that they can be within their skill set. And that's really what it's all about, man. What I try to do is identify what makes each individual special, and help them develop a skill set around those special qualities what make them unique. Because I think if you can really focus and hone in on that, it allows the guys to have a skill set that they can replicate down in and down out, day in and day out. And I think that's really what it's all about, man. I'm excited, for this season. I think that not just with the Cowboys, but, other guys that I work with, we really added some new tools to their toolbox. I'm excited to see, and the guys really have gravitated towards, spicing up certain aspects of their game that, hey, I'm really good at this. What if I did this off of it? And I think that's going to be a really cool thing to see, the maturation this season of some of these players.
Duke Manyweather.
So shout out to, 105.3 The Fan. I got another, quote for that, but I really like what I'm hearing. The one thing, I don't know about y'all, but that stuck out to me is that he's coaching these guys. He's coaching these guys within their skill set. And I feel like that was one of my biggest critiques for the Dallas Cowboys coaching when it came to the offensive line. And one can say I'm making assumptions, but I think I'm making educated guesses. I've kind of been right pretty much on that entire room and what's been going on. Just me been evaluating the film, just me hearing interviews and etc. We know McCarthy is stubborn. We know McCarthy is stuck in his ways. So it's not wild for me to say that he'll hire people that's like-minded like him. And Mike Solari, who I believe is older than McCarthy, I would say is in their regards. Now, why am I hinting this? I feel like Mike Solari did not coach these guys within their strength. And you saw it time and time and time on their film. I feel like Mike Solari was like, listen, I have my idea of what an offensive lineman should be, what they archetype should be, what they body type should be, and you should get in that archetype. There is no other way. It's only my way, or it's the highway. And I don't feel like in 2024, the season, that should be the best way you should coach somebody. And I know it may be his way, but as you can see, that clearly didn't work, especially when we have guys like Terrence Steele. Like, we know Terrence Steele, he's been playing for the Cowboys for a while now. We know his weaknesses. We know what he can't do. We know that he's not a traditional tackle in the regards in terms of passing. He's not very strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going to be a guy that's going to punch you. He's not going to Tyron Smith you, just basic Tyron Smith you. So you coaching him like that, I find that redundant. You know what I'm saying? I found that not helping us. I found that holding the team back. And I saw that even with McCarthy, with his play calling. You know what I'm saying? The run plays we were calling the pass plays all over and over again. Like your offensive line wasn't built for that. And you can see just their coaching and how it was never like, it was never coinciding with one another. Like he had, I saw Terrence Steele for one all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Like jump setting when we got a long developing play and you're jump setting Aiden Hutchinson. Like that ain't a good idea, you know, or just being, you know, 90-degree kicks. I mean, kicking straight back instead of 45 or going 45 on, you know, on the defensive end when you're on the man side of the protection. If you've been following me, you know, there's this thing called a half man slide where half the line from center to tackle is in a zone and the other two offensive linemen are man up, which means they're literally like by themselves on the island. And Terrence Steele will be by himself on the island kicking in a 45-degree angle, and that's a bad idea because you have no help in your inside B gap. This is what I'm talking about, coaching, and I gotta blame coaching because we were doing this over and over and over again, and then it's bleeding into the rookie. Once I saw the rookie have it, I'm like, yeah, this is a problem with coaching. So let me go to what else Duke had to say, and I found this very important. We finna get into the meat and potatoes of this.
But as I've said and always said, I've said to you personally, you know, I won't work for anybody, but I'll work with whoever wants to work. You know, with versus for, and I think that is very encouraging. That again, I gave this example. I did a interview with CBS Sports. And they kind of talked about how, you know, Tyler Smith and Tyler Guyton kind of learned from Zach Martin. And the conversation came up, and I said, listen, in 11 seasons, Zach had 7 offensive line coaches, you know. And a lot of those guys, like Terrence, has had, you know, I think 3 or 4. So when you look at that, not that I am the voice in the O-line room and their O-line coach, but I'm a consistent eye and ear for them, you know, and I think that's important because, you know, if you have a coach that's new every single year, they're going to be asking you to do new things every single year, and sometimes you lose yourself and you lose what makes you good. And
shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 117 people in here. Make sure follow, like, subscribe. Come over to the YouTube, subscribe for more content like this. But that was probably the most interesting tidbit from that entire interview, and it confirmed everything I've been saying. It makes me mad, man. First of all, Duke Manyweather is a tool. He's a tool. If y'all didn't know, actually I know this in, you know, high school, college, and I didn't know they do this in the pros as well. But there are certain periods where the coach is allowed to work directly with the player or communicate directly with the player, or they have dead periods when they can't do this and you can't reach them. So it's up to the players on their own to do this. We have a rare thing in Dallas, and I don't know about any other situations in the league, but we have a guy that's literally asking monetarily by the players, but you in general as a coach is asking to be basically your graduate assistant. If y'all don't know what a graduate assistant is, it's basically, you know, the player that's graduated, you know, in the college sphere, and they want to get into coaching, right? And usually the position coach will take on that player that want to be a coach, and he'll have him in a role as graduate assistant, where basically he learns everything under him. He does all the other, go get the, you know, the pads here, set up this drill here. He's, you know what I'm saying? It's you might think it's an errand boy, but he's really like, it's like a apprenticeship. He's asking not to be your apprenticeship, but actually just do the role of it and continue your teaching when you can't. And Duke came out of his way and said, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to work with you. RJ and nobody asked him that. He came out and said that. I don't want to work with nobody. I want to work with you. That tells me everything I need to know about Solari. And I was right on the head when I made my video around the bye week last year, and I literally said, fire Solari. I was dead serious. And then I opened a whole nother can of worms when researching for that video, because I found out like how many hookups Mike McCarthy really got on that coaching staff. I was like, you need to fire Solari now. Now. Stubborn and unwilling to help. This, and this goes back to McCarthy. I'm sorry, like I don't want to bash him, but you a delegating head coach. Y'all, McCarthy's a delegating head coach. This is one of the coaches that's delegating, that has this much power on our team, and he's literally denying free help, free to him, not free to the players. You know what I'm saying? Free help to continue his teaching. And it sounds like Solari. These are the assumptions I can make. Solari didn't want any help. Solari only wanted to coach his way. He was stubborn and everything like that. He denied the help. And it also seems like he looked down on people like Duke Manyweather, and ultimately people like me, people like you, Chad. Because at the end of the day, we're not on the payroll. I know it's a wild assumption, but when I hear somebody like Duke Manyweather, like I said, come out and say that, I can only imagine the animosity they were having like last offseason. I can only imagine the animosity that was going on in that locker room, because this is what we're talking about, man. This is what we're talking about. And another thing I wanted to point out, man, like he said it. In Zach Martin's 11 seasons, he had 7 different offensive line coaches. Somebody give it up for the Cowboys and they draft. Because in those seasons, man, we had top tier offensive lines, and the fact that we had so much turnover, so many voices in the room, so many voices in their ears, and we still had some competent and above average or good offensive lines, really speaks to the talent. Because I can't really say the coaching. We had some great coaches to come in here, but like the constant turnover, this is what makes me appreciate Duke Manyweather even more. Because he was the only sense of stability that we ever had. We complain about the development of our offensive line, but when you really sit back and look at it, Zach Martin in 11 seasons he had 7 different head coaches. Dog, somebody look up Jason Kelsey. Was Styler his only head coach? Or did he only have 2? We almost hit double digits. So like, and then, so look, I'll go back to Solari. Man, you didn't really care about the players either. You didn't care. You came in, you wanted to do your job, you wanted to go home, collect your check, rent would do. Why I can say that? Because like, why not work with the one coach that's been here this entire time? With this group. Why not work with him? Why deny him? Was you angry because you was on a 1-year deal? Understandable. Was you angry because you think he was coming for your job? I think he's good, man. I think he's good. He could have been had that job. He's been there. If he been knowing Zach for 11 seasons, or he been there for the pretty good, long time, man. So why deny this? Why not be like, man, I don't want to work with this guy, but like, shh. Like this is the only stability I am. He's an asset. Why not use that? He denied that. So let's go into the other end of it, because him mentioning a bold claim like that, where is it? Bulletin. Okay. Him mentioning a bold claim like that paints a bad picture for Solari, but in juxtaposition, or the opposite, it shows that my man Con Riley already getting to work. My man already getting to work. And I absolutely love it, man. So Connor Riley. I know everyone. We're gonna get into the deep right here because honestly, y'all, this is who's the actual O-line coach. I want Clayton Adams in that room. I do. But like I said it before, Clayton Adams is the architect. Connor Riley is the engineer. In my field of work, the architect, as y'all know, lay out the plans. The engineer exercise it and make sure everything is going according to plan. Connor Riley here, as y'all know, I already did a video on it, but if it's been like what I did that probably in draft season. So if y'all didn't know, man, like Connor Riley comes from Kansas State, coached Beebe, also coached at North Dakota State. I played in the FCS. If y'all didn't know, I very much so know North Dakota State. They're a run. Boy, they run the ball. You talking about run the ball? They run the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, Connor Riley comes from there. Comes from a just gritty programs. Kansas State, gritty. I'm a Texas Longhorn fan. Boy, every time we play Kansas State, it's a dogfight. It's a dogfight every time. That team right there. And matter of fact, he coached our starting center, as everybody know, Cooper Beebe. I remember, I'll never forget, 2 years ago, when we had the best defensive tackle duo in Tavondre Sweat and Byron Murphy. Shout out to them. I was watching the game like, man, why we ain't whooping everybody in the Big 12 like we usually do, man? Go back to a year later, as I'm scouting, watching the film of Cooper Beebe. Oh, now I remember. That boy was whooping, absolutely handling them guys. So, you know, when Connor Riley is a technician. Like he understands everything like that. Let me play this video. It's just brief video. Let me make sure this is it. No, this is not it. Hold on. This is it.
I won't go over too much. Is just our adjustments versus zero nose. Okay. So how are we handling that zero nose? We're seeing a lot more and more of that 3-man front, true zero nose, not as much slant angle within the Big 12. You know, our defense is kind of run that. Iowa State does a phenomenal job. You know, Coach Rule did it in 2019, but now Okie State's doing. TCU, who had a phenomenal year, they're running a lot of this, okay? So our base is just to scoop it. Center, backside guard, going to scoop that zero nose to assign linebacker -1 or ID, okay? Very good versus slant angle teams, okay? Our potential issues are getting out leveraged by backside linebacker getting over the top, okay? We can get a little bit of a tug from those defenders up front, okay? All right, we need to play with better separation, do that. Then also, we can get that center. We got a down block from that tight end, okay? If we get any type of movement, we can get that center. He can get picked off, all right?
So I just wanted to show that. I know like a lot of people don't understand the context of what he's saying. I'm going to try to explain it briefly for y'all so y'all can understand, but I just wanted to point out just in that video so what you can hear, he's already better than Solari in this aspect right here. He's up to date. And he cherishes being up to date. How do I know that? He was literally going over a certain front, and he literally was referencing teams within his conference, within his division, who have been gone to this front. That is as somebody who's a student of the game. And he can literally just name the teams off his mind, off the dome, and say, this is who's been running this front. This is who's been doing this perfectly. That's somebody who's in the film room. That's somebody who can recall the game. He's up to date. How I know Solari wasn't up to date? This is how I know Solari went up to date. His actions towards Duke Manyweather, not accepting new help, for one. Also, the play calling in the run game. We know Mike McCarthy is not a big run game, run savant. Woo, run the ball, trenches. He ain't that. But they hired Solari. If you had a chance to look at Mike Solari's, his coaching history, he's actually he's not a run game Moses, but he's known for bringing in like a new aspect, like a Clayton Adams, just not to the degree of Clayton Adams. He's known for actually introducing us to the zone run. That's what he brought to Seattle. He brought the zone run, perfecting zone runs, outside zone. You look at us, that's all we did. We had 2 plays, 3 plays in the damn playbook. Pissed me off. So, and this goes back to what Duke was saying, not doing what's our strength, not coaching within our strength. You look at our team, if you look at Tyler Smith, would you say he's a zone runner? And the difference between zone and gap, zone, you're just shading. You know what I'm saying? It's for the athletic guys to shade off and get in front of the guy and just hold their place there. Rather than gap, was we're moving to. It's the act of moving someone against their will to create the gap. When you look at Tyler Smith, does he look like a zone scheme guy who wants to be, leaning and just, shading guys off? Or he's a guy that wants to put people in the dirt and move them against their will and put them in a linebacker's lap? He's somebody who wants to do that. When you look at Beebe, when we turned on that Beebe film, I just named Coach Connor Riley. Connor Riley, yeah, he can do zone, but North Dakota State, Kansas State, they're gap teams. They're going to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to, hey, like, they gonna get you up out of there, man. They gonna get you up out the club, man. No ID. You know what I'm saying? This is Connor Riley. The way he can see trends on the college level, I trust he's going to be able to do that at the next level. At the Dallas Cowboys. One may say it's college, one is NFL. It's all the same thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's all the same thing. The only thing that's different, couple of schemes got a little bit of tweak in it that make it look genius, which it is genius. Like we may have a zone run, but we may insert the tight end as in a gap. He's doing gap principles, or we have a little more added flavor, and they're limited in college because they're dealing with kids. You know what I'm saying? Versus NFL, we're dealing with grown adults and we're moving faster. The way he was able to break down and he was very thorough on his breakdown too. Like, you know what I'm saying? We playing a 3-4 slanted front. That means a 0. If y'all don't know, if we 5 offensive linemen, 3 down front. I mean, it's a nose, and it may be 2 5s, or it's a nose and 2 3s if they're in like a bare hokey front. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about scooping, which means they're if we're going to the right, that means the guard is doing a wide step to scoop right behind. He's going to be behind the center for a little bit as the center is trying to make his way up to -1. If y'all don't know what -1 is, of course, the nose is the 0. Everything to the strong side or play side is +1. -1 means weak side. You know what I'm saying? We're going to the back side. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted a quick breakdown of what he was talking about, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Never played at Kansas State. Never got to play in the Big 12. Was my dream. You know what I'm saying? But you see how clear he was and everything in just a brief overview. I trust that he's going to bring that to the Dallas Cowboys, because when you look at it, having 2 rookies, that's exactly what he need. And then also like this man is actually special, man. Like, if I don't know if y'all remember, but Beebe was recruited to Kansas State as a D tackle, and as they were being recruited, he lucky he kept his job at Kansas State. But as Beebe literally is being recruited, went to the Beebe's house. I think I'm reading this article correct. I'm referencing this article correct. Went to the Beebe's house as he's being recruited, and he's saying, I know we're recruiting you as D tackle, but you're going to be a all-pro center. I might be misquoting, but he did say you're going to be an all-pro center. He saw the future. Mind y'all, he didn't even put him at center at Kansas State. But that's how much he saw in a Cooper Beebe, high school Cooper Beebe, 3-star recruit Cooper Beebe. He was talking about center then. Like, he wanted him to play all offensive line, but he was like, I see you as a all-pro center. So, look, man, I'm telling you, this man's football mind and the way he was able to call that. Now Beebe ain't an all-pro just yet. He's on his way, but the fact is, he made that change and he got that change. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody like that. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that's in here, man. We got a 215 people in here. Hey, man, shout out to everybody in here. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video. I see y'all comments, man. I'm gonna try to go back. I'm flowing, bro. I'm trying to give y'all this premium content and everything like that. And so I broke down kind of Riley, in his teachings. Yeah. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of it. Let's talk about why I feel like this team is going to be better. Let's talk about the offensive line, the big boys. Make sure that y'all come here. Hey, y'all like and subscribe, man. It's going to be more content during the season. We're going to be breaking down every game live. I used to do the video. I'm not doing the video no more. Too much editing. All I want to do is just snip and clip up the videos and add my notes to it. So we're going to come here. I can talk to y'all live and we gon' be breaking it down, bringing notepads, everything like that. Because everything we was talking about came to the forefront. One day they're going to start believing me. One day, everything I called about Solari and his teachings, we would call it in the videos, man. But listen, the offensive line, baby. The first blame and the last congratulated. Y'all know the motto of this channel, man. I can't wait till merch coming soon. That's gonna go in the hoodie. Sure. Tyler Guyton, your left tackle. Tyler Smith, your left guard. Cooper Beebe, your center. Tyler Booker, your right guard. Terrence Steele, your right tackle. We're going to go one by one, and I'm going to go over just what I feel with every team, every player, what they need to work on, what they have been doing, and why because I'm telling you right now, all 5 of these guys right now, I'm calling it right now, I really feel that this team right here, I know that this group right here will be much improved. I know everybody is concerned about certain guys, but I'm here to alleviate and explain now. We're going to start with Tyler Guyton. I got a couple of clips, just a couple, and I'm going to explain what was wrong. So Tyler Guyton, in the article and everything like that, as you can see, I want y'all to pay attention to why we should be excited for Tyler Guyton is just what he was dealing with at his coach. I mean, do I need to make it obvious? I don't think the last coaching regime had the patience to deal with Tyler Guyton. They didn't want to deal with Tyler Guyton. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Tyler Guyton, he doesn't need to be an all-pro. He just needs to be good. And I think he's going to be good, but I still stand by. This man actually probably has the most potential out of everyone. I know that's a wild statement to say, but I'm going to just leave it with this sentence right here. About 2 to 3 years ago, Tyler Guyton just started playing offensive line. He was a tight end at TCU, and I think he was a defensive lineman. 1 year ago, last year, it was his first time ever playing left tackle. And yes, we pulled him, but if we look at the micro battles, he held his own in the first game versus the reigning defensive player of the year in Myles Garrett. Now, Myles Garrett did get him a couple of times, but if you put in the context, just in a microcosm of what this man's it's just a sentence of it. It sounds wild. This man has not been playing offensive line for 4 years, 3 to 4 years. He has not been playing at all, and yet his foot speed is amazing. His positioning is amazing. Only thing is wonky is what everyone, when you play this position, you grow with over time, which is hand placement. And most of all, what you're going to need, baby, is strength. Just pure knockback strength. You're going to have to gain it. Now, some people are naturally born with the strength. Some people are not. You know what I'm saying? It's, as you can see, Tyler Booker, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Smith, they walked out. They didn't, they came out the womb strong. They came out the womb strong. But if you really think about it, Tyler Booker's has the highest ceiling out of everyone, because where he's starting from, in compared to, like, he literally just started playing left tackle last year, just started playing right tackle 2 years ago, barely got any film, and you would think a player like that, I know it's the Dallas Cowboys, a player like that wouldn't normally make the roster, or they wouldn't play at all. But here in Dallas, he did hold his own for a little bit. What he need to work on? I got some film here. Hopefully I don't let it run. Where's the film? Okay. All right, let's start over. So right here, this is what, so like I said, Tyler Guyton needs to get better. I believe this is what comes with time. See, Tyler Guyton, he didn't realize, he did. He in the NFL. Yeah, you need to get up and play the Myles Garrett's, TJ Watts, and everything like that. But you got to get up to play everybody. Because any day and week, people are fighting and grinding, and they will get you if you are slacking. And I feel like, Herbig caught the entire offensive line slacking this week. The entire offensive line. So, like right here, on this play right here, this rep, terrible rep, he just stopped blocking. I don't know. You can feel it. When you're blocking like that, you can feel when Dak is right behind you. But right here, like, you in it, and you just stop blocking. That's that rookie mistake we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Rookie mistakes. And, end up causing a fumble. This is how I know this game right here. I'm right here. Sorry, y'all, I ain't got my normal stuff. This is how I know that this was a Solari problem. This game right here. Versus the Giants, Brian Burns and Kevon Thibodeau. Shout out to them. Actually, y'all, the Giants, y'all better pay attention to the Giants in that defensive line this year. Man, y'all better, if I was them, I would go to a 3-4 defense immediately. Have all the linebackers I need. Put Big Dexter Lawrence in there, and when the other D tackle come in there, switch to a 4-3. Be a multiple front. But I'm not a Giants fan. You feel me? But hey, man, this game right here, how I knew it was. This is he's not getting coached right. Too many times, the defensive end was lining up tight to Tyler Guyton, to Terrence Steele. And when I mean tight, I'm in my stance as a left tackle, and the guy's like literally right here. Like, he's touching him. There's wide, where he's like on a wide 9, if y'all don't know, 9, the gaps. He's just normal. But when they're tight, what him and Terrence Steele did religiously was either go to jump set, and when you go to jump set, that gap between him and Tyler Smith, the B gap, widens. And that's that's a no-no, because the defensive end, we don't know their play call. Like, they don't just, as we know, the defense, everyone's responsible for a gap. Sometimes people are responsible for 2 gaps. So and they call it a 2-way go, which means they can go in or out. And if you're going out widening the B gap and you already got to protect him on the outside, why are we giving him the 2-way go? You, as a rookie, as a limited tackle who ain't played in so long, who has a limited tackle who has not a lot of games in front of you, I'm playing it safe. I'm not going to give a gifted rusher who's been doing this for years, like Brian Burns, a 2-way go. I'm going to set, keep my outside foot. So if I'm a left tackle stance, my outside foot on my left tackle, I'm making sure and I'm lining it up with his crotch. I'm playing inside out. Too many times, they were oversetting, and the defensive ends for the Giants, they were just going inside all game long. So this is how I know this is Solari, because everything Like, you see this right here? I got a pause for Tyler Guyton. Dog. Terrence Steele was in the exact same position. And I played. When you're young and you're not actually doing what you need to do, who do you ask help from? You don't go to the coach because the coach is getting on you and everything like that. You understand what you need to get from him. You go to your big dog or your vet and you ask him, hey, what do I need to do? Well, if the vet is giving you advice, confusing advice, we in a no good special. You feel me? Like, so it's the blind leading the blind on the offensive line. That's a bar. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. I was seeing the chat. Making sure y'all ain't talking about nothing crazy, man. But listen. And then, like I said, in the Browns game, he did get a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was scared on this play right here. I was terrified. You know what I'm saying? But he limited it, man. And that's all I wanted from him on that play right there. You know what I'm saying? So why I believe Tyler Guyton is going to be he's on the right track and how I know he's going to be good. One, he's been working his ass off. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger. I've seen it. I need to see it in action in camp. Okay. Solari is gone. And I believe Connor Riley and Clayton Adams, they're going to coach what's best for Tyler Guyton. So, if y'all didn't know how I believe Tyler Guyton should play, and I know he's going to do this, Tyler Guyton does not necessarily have the strength right now, but what is his best aspect is his feet. He needs to always stay in position. Make it easier for your strikes. So move your feet, be that immovable object. You know what I'm saying? Like you playing defense on, the basketball court. Be that. Be always in position and crowd your player like a tarantula. Surround him, slow him down. You don't always have to pancake the guy in front of you. We are trying to win the rep. However you do that in the most legal way possible, when I'm talking about flags, do that. Your feet are your biggest aspects, but you need to improve your punch because you're going to need that as well. It's all about placement. He just needs to focus on, and I hope Connor Riley coach him to be always in position. So I don't ever want to see Tyler Guyton jump setting, which means he needs to be going towards the defensive end. No. Because even if that's Aiden Hutchinson, TJ Watt, everything like that, they have enough strength for you to give a counter, and we're gone. You know what I'm saying? So, look. Hey, I just need him to use his biggest strength, which is him being in position. And like I said, later in the interview, I don't have a clip, but Duke Manyweather has been talking how, like, I know it was we was nervous at first because we thought he didn't have anybody that he was training with, but Tyler Guyton has been putting that work in. He understands it. I feel like with the competition aspect, he's gonna get better if we run the ball more. Actually, this is what I wanted from McCarthy, because if y'all go back to the preseason, like versus the Rams, he got respect from, and I know it was briefly, but from Max Crosby. He's actually you need to use that. Like he may be not strong, but what Guyton has that everybody else don't have, he has a very large frame that can cause problems to defensive tackles, 3 techs, and DNs. Like he's 6'7". You know what I'm saying? Like he's 6'7". That's like a firm 340. Y'all ever watch the NBA? Y'all look at them centers like Jokic and everything like that. He's 7 feet tall, and then you look at how big he is. They like 360, 340, because it's just like their weight is just, you know what I'm saying, distributed that much evenly. We need to use that for Guyton and have him attack too, so it can make it easier on his pass sets. Let's move on to Tyler Smith, the leader and alpha dog, who I'm excited for, and I was very, very, very disappointed in last season. Very disappointed in last season. I knew Tyler Smith woes came from play calling. Also, I'm going to blame McCarthy personally because he allowed, I don't want to use the S word, but passiveness to leak in the camp or in the team. And I knew that because the way I saw Tyler Smith play, and his worst game, y'all, was that San Francisco game. versus Malik Collins. I got film here to show y'all. So we gonna go on. Let's see. Go to Tyler Smith. That's Guyton. I hate to start over, but hey, we doing what we can. All right, Tyler Smith. All right, look here. First play here. We doing like y'all know we only got 3 players in the playbook. We doing like a zone right. So he's giving a hand to Guyton, so Guyton can overtake right here on this 3-tech, and he's moving up to 59, which is the linebacker. But he needs to haul ass. This is why I'm saying we didn't coach within our strengths of our players. This is for athletic, and Tyler Smith is athletic. But like, this is what I'm saying. Like here, the linebacker is already flowing because like you're making the biggest day. He's already flowing. So Tyler Smith is gonna have to haul ass to get over there. He's late. Look at the lane. He has a clear lane on Dalvin Cook. He's gonna hit Dalvin Cook and like it's still tomorrow. That's the only game. This is what I'm talking about. Like Tyler Smith is a lineman. You don't want him chasing nobody. People need to be running from Tyler Smith because of how much he's pounding their head in over and over again. You need to be taking a fight to you need like, you know what I'm saying? That's not his who is that? Is that Campbell? 59. I'm blanking on his name, but he got the long jersey. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's not he'll get there sometimes, but I prefer him to be in what's name. Now, it was times where we did call, you know what I'm saying, physical stuff. Here he is in pass protection right here. This is how I know Tyler Smith, this game right here. I was very disappointed looking at the film for this game. Very disappointed looking at the game right here. Look at this right here, man. It's a draw action play. Look at Tyler Smith. I don't even know who. I could go to what's the name and tell y'all who the name of this defensive tackle was, but the other defensive tackle is Malik Collins. He's not on him right now. But the other guy, we clearly don't know. It's just a guy. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, look at Tyler Smith. He's just getting tossed. Usually, Tyler Smith is doing a tossing. He was high on that rep. High. Now, and like he shields him off, but this is a minus if my coach is watching me play like this. Because you were never in position. You never had control of the block. We're just lucky that Zeke had enough vision to cut it inside off of you and actually gain a pretty good gain. But we didn't get that because of you. You all balanced the entire block. You were never in control. I'm blanking on who 92 name. Like I'm telling y'all, this is not an all pro he's losing to. I'm watching this entire season. I was very disappointed in Tyler Smith. I was expecting Tyler Smith to solidify himself as the best guard in the entire NFL. And when I saw this, I was very disappointed, man. Very. You know what I'm saying? Dude happy. Look at Tyler Smith again. Here he is on the combo block. Man, like he's just all over he's just all on the ground. Like Tyler Smith is on the ground in this game, man. I don't know what it was. We're just on the ground. And here's that play right here. Here he is right here. Here he is right here. The zone action play. He gonna give a hand to 93 for Beebe, and he's got to come up and hit and block Fred Warner. Fred Warner's not normally a downhill runner, but Fred Warner came and rocked Tyler Smith right here. Look at this right here. Bah! You know what I'm saying? Nice cock back on that. Nice cock back. Like, Fred Warner came and laid that. That ain't the normal Tyler Smith I know. That ain't normal Tyler Smith I know. Fred Warner ain't no downhill running back. Actually, how you beat Fred Warner, you go at him because he can flow his ass off going sideline to sideline. But this right here, man, Tyler Smith, 2 years ago, that man in a stretcher. Oh, you want to come meet me halfway? I didn't want to chase you. You want to come to me? This is what I was seeing in that game. I was very disappointed in. And people were like, oh, we still got the block. It's like, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was very disappointed in this right here. And I knew it had to be the coaching on this. I knew it had to be, you know what I'm saying? It had to be the way we were. It was reports that we were resting guys in practice. That's that softness coming into our team, man. That ain't getting your your offensive lineman lathered up. Shout out to Boston and shout out to Coach Marv for that term, man. That's not getting your offensive lineman lathered up for a hit like that. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, 2 years ago, Tyler Smith would have flattened him and we would have had a two-way go. The hole would have been twice as large. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I know that I think this is the last play I had with Tyler Smith. Let me see. Yeah, and the next one, Cooper Beebe. So, like, let me go back. I was disappointed. So, while I'm excited for Tyler Smith, I know he's going to have a great season this year. Because, one, we're going to be doing gap scheme running. That means we're going to be getting that offensive lineman lathered up all camp, all season, all preseason. It's going to be clap, 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 clap. It's going to be, we're going to be back to that. Get going at him. That's Tyler Smith's game. Then you can pull him a little bit, throw some zone actions and everything. After he didn't, he's boxing and gave the defensive lineman a couple of, haymakers to the stomach. Then let him swing a little bit on the outside. But we were just we weren't coordinated. We didn't have a plan and everything like that, and it showed with Tyler Smith. If we didn't have a plan for Tyler Smith, what makes you think we had a plan for the rookies? We didn't have a plan for the All-Pro. The All-Pro. So I'm very excited for Tyler Smith. He's stepping in. Now he's the leader of this offensive line. He's the leader. He is the main attraction of the three maulers. I'm finna get to the next one. But that's who I'm really excited for on this offensive line. Our three interior, baby. We're going to be whooping some folks. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, Tyler Smith, I'm going to get your jersey, you feel me? Because nobody else will. I expect a big season out of you, and I feel like you're going to get back to that, with Connor Riley, with the help of Connor Riley, with Clayton Adams. I think the person who's most excited for Tyler Smith is Clayton Adams, y'all. Just imagine. Clayton Adams did what he did with the Cardinals if he had a player like Tyler Smith on the team. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Jesus. I would have been... If he had a Tyler Smith on the team, shout out to Will Hernandez. But there is levels. There is levels. You feel me? And this is what we have at his disposal. So, that's Tyler Smith. Moving on to the center, Cooper Beebe. He was the lineman I was most proud of last year. He was another rookie, as y'all know, came from Kansas State. Moved out of position, literally moved from guard to center. Probably, I would say, maybe an even harder transition or just as hard as transition for Tyler Guyton moving from right to left tackle, because the mental aspect for center, that gap is huge. And Cooper Beebe was already a smart lineman, like coming out. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when you're the guy and you have to basically like. You're a processor, man. Y'all know about computers, but all your chips and your phones and everything like that, it's a processor. It's just basically the CPU having, y'all watch George Jefferson's, you know what I'm saying, when he had multiple hands, doing multiple things at work. That's what your phone does. That's what the center position is. You're doing so many things at the same time, and we're expected for you to do that and be on time and call out the defense and call out the slides and everything like that. Shout out to Dak Prescott, the leader. Who everybody don't think he a leader. Actually, Dak helped Cooper Beebe out because he said, "Coop, you a rookie. I know this is a lot for you. I will handle the protections." Dak over here taking up somebody's job, taking the entire load off of his back because he's expected to know that. Taking the whole, taking that load off of the rookie's back. That's a leader. But this video ain't about Dak Prescott. But, it just irks my mind when I hear people be like, Dak ain't a leader. Okay. A lot of things people don't see. But Cooper Beebe making that change from guard to center, where guard, you just literally in attack mode. It's like, okay, show me who I need to kill. I'm going to kill him. At center, it's like, okay, I got to kill somebody, but all right, at line, listen, 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. We're sliding this way. Hey. We got a CAD block to 54. You with me? We got a CAD block to 54. Make sure he's a mic and everything like that. What's the cadence? Dak over here. Here we go. You gotta wait for you're doing all of that, and you gotta hear the cadence, and you gotta make sure. If Dak, here we go. Hey, we're checking out. We're checking out. So everybody looking at the center. All right. We're sliding this way. All right. Y'all make sure y'all handle. You know what I'm saying? Y'all your stunts over here and everything like that. Hey. He's doing all of that, and he got a big 300-pound nasty MF in front of him, breathing down his neck, and he can smell the damn bacon that he had for breakfast in the game at 7 p.m. That's a nasty MF he going up against. That boy ain't brushing his teeth. That boy ain't brushing his teeth. You can smell his bacon from beginning, but he's doing all that, and you got to handle your assignment. That's a big jump for a rookie who ain't did this. Like centers, it's hard, y'all. Centers are natural. Centers in the league, they've been playing center all their life. They understand what's expected of him. Yes, Beebe played all the positions in college, but this is the first time he ever really played that center position. You feel me? Like played it. You know what I'm saying? And it's different playing in college because the speed of the game in the NFL. These nose tackles is as fast as your quarterback. And they don't do it at the Cowboys and run rookies out there. Dexter Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? Jordan Davis, you know what I'm saying? Dalvin Tomlinson from the Browns. Most people don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you're going up against dogs every single week. A lot of people don't know nose tackle position in the league. There's a lot of, and then I'm blanking on the big D tackle from the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? And you're dealing with that. So I'm proud of that. Beebe, and I'm gonna show it in this film. Actually, Beebe had the biggest leap out of everyone, and it was very impressive because I'm all over the place, but I gotta show this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going back to this article, and y'all, and I said it before. It says honestly, he was moved to center and really didn't have any detailed coaching or development in season or making that transition. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all see it? The first sentence of the second paragraph. Honestly, he was moved to center and he really didn't have any detailed coaching or development in season making that transition. So basically, y'all wanna know how special we are as a Cowboys fan? Or as a team in having and getting a player like Cooper Beebe. Cooper Beebe earned my respect, all the offensive line gurus' respect as probably the biggest. We're most excited for going in the season because of his jump. And now we're reading that he probably made that jump by his damn self. I'm gonna say it again. He probably made that jump, that he made those corrections by his damn self? You mean nobody else? Not even the coach? Not even the coach? And I knew, if y'all was watching me, if you've been here all this time, if you're new, make sure, hey, check out them old them film reviews I did back in there, because we're gonna be doing it again this year. But I was making fun of Beebe. I said, it was 3 guards in the middle, man. We ain't got a center. It was 3 guards, man. You know what I'm saying? 3 blind mice. Now we had 3 guards. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Smith guard, BB guard, Zach Martin. We didn't have a center. And it showed. Because he was out there in the fight, going up against Cameron Hayward, going up against the best of the best, or just solid D tackles in general. Like I said, look at the 95 lineup on BB. You know what I'm saying? Canadian bacon for breakfast and orange. He can smell it. I'm telling you. D tackles be nasty. Nose tackles be nasty. But this is what he was dealing with all season. And he had his woes. Getting swim right here, overset. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's different when you're at center. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to anchor right here, and you're dealing with some athletic MFers. Yeah, they may be 6'7", 6'4", 340, but they can move out of this world. Boy, hey, everybody be talking about them athletes on the edge. I will make a shirt and say the best athletes in the world are right here in these trenches, man. Because these guys be heaviest and be moving light as a feather. I will stand by it. I will argue with your mama. You feel me? Dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? Hits on the quarterback, that's a bad thing. Also, like I told you, the mental aspect, we were facing D coordinators that understood you. They do their homework. They read their scouting report, Cowboys. They know that you move Cooper Beebe to center. And they know that he's struggling with the mental aspect. So Cooper Beebe, for the first 4 weeks, saw stunts after stunts after stunts. If you don't know what a stunt is, it's basically when the two defensive tackles, they'll exchange responsibilities. One guy will go first, cross face, and the other guy will loop, or it'll be the other way around. This guy will come loop towards you and come all the way around. It's just picking and confusing the offensive linemen in their responsibilities, because I told you a lot of the times the line will be split down the middle and will be zoned to one side, and the other side will be man up. So the best way to get the offensive linemen confused is to move their assignment, not keep their assignment stationary. Move it. Have them communicate. Even harder when you're on the road, when people are yelling and you got to communicate with your guy right next to you. But Beebe failed at this early on. Look at this. 98 is crossing face, doing a good job. He's occupying two guys. Beebe has to get the head up and see, like, hey, I play football. I've been playing football all my life. Defensive linemen or defenders, look, everybody is responsible for a gap. Somebody's responsible for the A gap, somebody's responsible for the B gap and everything like that. If this guy is moving away and going to the B gap, somebody is coming to replace and be in the B gap. Beebe failed at that. He did not see this. He saw this late. Look, guy's already on his hip. Beebe is in a bad position. This guy sack on Dak. This was Dak was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Here we go again. This is when he got better, actually. This is the end of the season when he had that vastly improved. See, the thing is with Beebe, this is why you got, especially with Beebe. Beebe, if he can see it, it's over. It's over, because as everybody been telling you in this sphere who love offensive line, Beebe is strong as hell. So if he can see where you going and he can punch where you going, you ain't going where you going. You feel me? So like you saw right here, they stopped with the stunts and everything like that. I think they did the stunts over here, but Beebe is engaged and he has his head up. Now he's able to see if the stunts is coming, and by mid-season he has earned the respect. After the bye, I believe it was the game like slightly after the bye, because he got hurt for a little bit. When he came back, them defensive coordinators stopped attacking him. You know what I'm saying? They stopped actually going at him with stunts because Beebe had fully caught up of it. And actually, if he was going to send a stunt his way, he was going to fold that man. And it would have been a waste of a rep. So, and we're not causing any interior pressure. Thus, it's a waste of resources. So, we got to find the next guy to, attack. And by that time, it was a guy coming off of the bench, the swing guard. It was Brock Hoffman. But Brock can see it. He's smart. Like, it's just Brock, sometimes he just don't have enough strength, to do it. But you know what I'm saying? But we love Brock either way it goes, you know what I'm saying? And then Beebe, he just, like I said, when he sees it, it's over. Look, it's over. Look at it. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, Washington couldn't do nothing. Look at it. Right there. I'm in there. Hey, the bull rush ain't gonna work, big fella. I'm cornbread fed. I'm still hungry. You feel me? Cornbread fed. Still hungry. So that was Beebe. So this, I'm gonna give y'all my reasons why I know Beebe is gonna be better. I explained it like the turnaround he had. You saw the article from the guy who been with him all offseason. Cooper Beebe made that jump, made that change, made those improvements pretty much by his damn self. He's a smart kid. He comes from football. Y'all saw the interviews. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw his dad. Shout out his dad followed me on Twitter. Hopefully he's watching. Because, like, hey, that family right there, that's a football family. That, like, I was watching the interview, and they was talking about it, and he was like, man, Beebe's still talking about the first game or the second game when he was playing Texas Tech in sophomore year on the third play in the third quarter and with 3 minutes to go and they ran this TE stunt. We had his football recollection. I showed y'all with Connor Riley. How y'all know when somebody's actually like a pro at this football with his IQ? Their recollection. This man, he's a second year player in the league, and I don't know when, but like the fact that he can recall the play, the year, no, not just the year, not just the game, not just the week, not just the time, not just the down, the play call, the football recollection, bruh. Hey, hey, that man, that family right there, and they just be, they the type, wake up in the morning, eat some cereal, talk about football. You know what I'm saying? Talk about football. And that's why I had as I was calling him the 3 guards, I had all the confidence in the world that he was going to make the change, because he's not, when you're that committed, but like, you ain't going to let it rest, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to let it rest. You're not going to let that misassignment rest. So Cooper Beebe, I'm excited for the jump. He sees it. We have a rare opportunity, y'all, to have a strong center. Usually centers are not strong. I'm gonna say it again. Usually centers are not strong. They're smart and they can shade you off, and like they play with great leverage. Beebe has like unreal amount of strength. Like, he's bringing guard strength with a center's mind. It's gonna get real dangerous in there. If we can move, if we can consistently move every one tech nose tackle, like if we're playing the Giants and like Dexter Lawrence is on his back, dog, it's gonna get dangerous for everybody, bruh. Because we're gonna be able to own everything. They ain't gonna be able to stay. The guards and the centers are responsible for the depth of the pocket. The tackles are responsible for the dip, the width. Nobody is moving off that line of scrimmage. So let's move over to Tyler Booker. Don't got film. I ain't trying to get this shot done. I needs my monies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about Dr. Tyler Booker. I've been loving this kid since January. I called the pick for the Cowboys on this kid since February. People called me crazy. People called me an idiot. Said, why would we need him? Say, you know what I'm saying? People were like, hey, he ain't going to be there. He don't deserve it. He's too early. I saw it. I ain't got to show you the film. Go watch the film sessions on me. You know what I'm saying? I did like 2 of them on there. Two for you. I am excited for this kid. I'm actually trying to get a jersey from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I turned on that man film from Alabama, killing folk in the draft in the SEC for years, since he was a sophomore and freshman. People in like, everything. He comes in, he's a leader. I feel like he's going to, shout out to Chuck if he's still here. Chuck was talking about who's going to be the bad cop. I feel like Tyler Booker is going to be that leader that you need, but nobody. They're gonna love him off the field, of course, but soon as he steps foot on them dotted lines, he gonna be getting on people's ass. Like, the one thing I heard, everybody, was reporting everything in the OTAs. The one thing I heard that I love, that man was getting on people's ass for not holding the bag right. You feel me? Like, vet, star player or not, hold my bag right so I can get better. And I'm going to hold the bag right so you can get better. That's holding it accountable. That's what we need on this offensive line. That's going to help us. That off the field. But him on the field, what can I say? He's going to maul you. He's just like Tyler Smith. He's probably he's better than Cooper Beebe was coming out. That's the weird thing about it. Cooper Beebe was a hell of a prospect. Tyler Booker is the first round version of Cooper Beebe. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's also very smart. He also can, people were saying he's unathletic and everything like that because of 40 time. Dog, I never cared about the 44 offensive lineman. When I played, I'm damn sure ain't gonna give a care about it now, because the film showed me and I saw it. The way this man moves in pass protection, just in his kick and his slide, smooth, everything like that, dealing with fast 3 techs and everything like that. And he was still mauling people, and he was looking for work. And he's a type of, like, he's gonna maul and put you in the dirt. Everything he said on draft night, I believe him because it showed on film. So like, He's going to be a hell of a weapon, hell of an asset. I can't wait to watch film on him and break him down. His combo is going to be amazing. This middle is going to be special, y'all. This middle is going to be special with combos and everything like that. We are going to be, and let him get stronger with peanut butter and everything like that. I think he's going to be already enough now. So, like, he's going to very much so elevate this team. He has all pro potential probably down the road. If he can get it this year, the league is over with. You know what I'm saying? So that's Tyler Booker. And I like it because he's work ethic is probably the best on the team. He ain't stopped going to Duke. This whole episode is about Duke. Man, if y'all remember when we took Tyler Smith had hand problems. Duke fixed it. With Tyler Booker, people are questioning his athleticism. Man, if Tyler Booker get the athleticism that y'all were wanting, it's over, dog. There's nothing we can't call. So he's going to be. I love it. He's going to be huge for this locker room, huge for this room right here, for the rookie and for the guy, the vet next to him, because that's probably also another reason why we're going to talk about that the vet next to him actually regressed, because the guy who was in the position last year, he was falling, he was breaking down and coming to a halt. But that's the three maulers, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. Now let's go to Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele, everyone has a lot of questions on, but I am very excited. I talked about it before. I just feel like Terrence Steele did not get the proper coaching from Solari. Solari was trying to mold him and what he thought a tackle should be, not understanding, not hearing Duke and hearing, Duke's advice and saying, like, he doesn't have the typical advantages that a typical tackle has. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Steele is not a posture and somebody who's going to punch you and just win you a pure upper body strength. Now, Terrence Steele needs to be in position. He can move and everything like that. He needs to be a technician. That's what Terrence Steele. You over here making him like he's the type where you cannot just leave him on an island and just give him an assignment. You need to give him an assignment. So having him jump set a guy when he has no help on the B gap, I thought that was very unwise by you. I thought that was very lackluster by you. So, and I got film, of course, y'all know it. We're gonna get to it. He's towards the end. Everyone remembers Terrence Steele. He also was losing it. Like a lot of the plays that I have for Terrence Steele, also I have for Tyler Guyton. This is how I know, this is a coaching problem. But the reason why I wasn't going hard as I was on, Steele and Guyton, I was going hard on Steele, his hand placement and everything like that. It's because Terrence Steele, a lot of times, we're taking the harder assignment, which he should be because he's the vet and everything like that. He's coming off injury. I'm excited. But, like right here, too many times, and now this is Solari teaching him with that bad kick and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Always opening the gate. What I mean by opening the gate, when you're lining up and coming off the line, you want to keep your shoulders as square to the line of scrimmage as long as you possibly can, because y'all know the defensive end drills, that figure 8 drill, or when they run the horn, they're taught to bend the edge and keep and take the shortest path to the edge. You know what I'm saying? But if you're opening it up as soon as you kick, that edge is going to become even shorter. So we need to stay square, because at the end of the day, as he's coming around me, he has to go through me. You know what I'm saying? Or as I'm going with him, kicking with him, that horn gets even bigger. He got to run an even bigger horn. And that's what we want, because Dak can step up on his throws. He can step up in his throws. We don't need Dak having to do anything like that. We need him to step up so he can always have his feet with his throws. That was a problem last year. We were losing too much on the edges in the interior. Dak could never step up into his throws. He was always off balance, fading away on one foot. He was doing everything but what you're supposed to do in a quarterback. And this is why I blame the offensive line for the offense all throughout the times, because that type of stuff, as if you're constantly losing and Dak is constantly doing this is being engraved into Dak's mind. This was the term seeing ghosts come from. He's losing trust in you because your ass can't hold your block for that long. So why would I sit there and get killed? And this is why I blame the offensive line for thus having an injury to Dak Prescott. Because at the end of the day, like I said, he was running for his life. A lot of people would say, Lou, he had no pressure in his face. That's not what I mean by running for your life. If you've been constantly getting hit all game, all season, all year, your mind is trained to evade even when you don't want to. Because, damn it, Terrence still been losing 5 of the 6 reps. I'm not finna sit here on number 7. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna sit here on number 7. I'm gonna take off. And that's when took off and his hamstring came off the bone. But it all starts here. This is where we can prevent that. If you hold up and allow Dak to step up into his throws, he keeps his confidence. And we do our part. If Dak don't make the throw, we'll get on Dak. We still gonna get on Dak because you know what I'm saying. There's always a better way, but you could have made the play a lot easier by executing your job. So this is what I'm talking about. Dak was dealing with this all season. He gets sandwiched high and low. This is the Steelers game. This is like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Hey, you know what I'm saying. Here we go again. Oh my God, this is the Detroit Lions film. Listen, bro. Shout out to Aiden Hutchinson. He was on defensive MVP track. And one of the games, if he would have stayed healthy, that he could have submitted to the NFL and got his award, was this game right here versus Terrence Steele. Jesus Christ, this man had Terrence Steele in hell. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Because he's such a dangerous rusher. He can beat you with speed. He got the best spin move probably in the entire NFL. Aiden Hutchinson. That boy will literally make you seem like, I think he does it. Does he do it here or does he do it? No, he just walks you back like, cause he just do speed to power right here, man. He's just he's gonna be such a great player, man. And I really hate he did get hurt in this game, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but Terrence Steele, you just all balance. And this is what Dak had to deal with. He's all look at him. Look at actually I paused it perfectly. Look at this position right here. That man bent over by the waist. Over here flashing the hands. And what is Aiden Hutchins gonna do? Get that hand off me. This ain't college. My coach said this a long time ago. The difference between college D lineman and NFL D lineman. NFL D lineman ain't gonna let you touch their chest. They ain't gonna just let you. You gotta earn that route. It's gonna be a hand fight. The entire way. It's gonna be a hand fight. So he's gonna be punch and replace. You over here just lightly touching. Aiden Hutchins is gonna back that shit down and gonna get up under your damn pass and walk you to the quarterback. Like that. And disengage. All our offensive linemen need to get better at the hands. Because Jesus Christ. And here's the play right here. This is the play that I always emphasize, how we don't actually use Terrence Steele to his you know what I'm saying? To his advantage. Because this is that dart play I talk about all the time. Look at him inserting. Boom, get a good pop. We got a nice 5 to 7 yard game right there. But we don't do that all the time right there, man. So like this is the stuff I'm talking about. So I'm confident in Terrence Steele. I'm confident in this because we're gonna start doing stuff. We're gonna start doing things that are actually beneficial to him. Terrence Steele is your run blocking first. When people say you need to lather up their offensive line, they're talking about Terrence Steele. He's somebody that needs to go at Aiden Hutchinson a couple of plays, then he can sit back. And be on his heels and actually, you know what I'm saying, get in there. But and also, I'm confident because, like Duke has been saying, these guys have been working with each other, man. And look, they're listening, to guys like us, y'all. Y'all voice matters. I told y'all all season what is offensive lineman. It's boxing. It's boxing. And I've seen I want to say 3 different guys on our O-line. Shout out to Brock Hoffman getting that work in. But, like, they've been... Like they've been saying all season how Duke tweeted, he's like, hey, I know everybody getting that, they need retreats and everything like that, but the O-line don't need a retreat, man. They've been working all season long, bro. They've been working all season long, and they're working. So if one guy is, all I'm saying is this: if one guy is working on one thing, I can very much so assume that the other one is working. So everyone understands that we need to be working on our hand placement. This is what boxing does. It just teaches you when you're firing at your target, you see your target. That's all we need to see. So we can always be in position. We can always, punch our guy, get a nice strike, because that's all offensive line play is. With the defensive lineman is hand fight, man. That's all it is. Whew. Good show, man. Hey, man, shout out to everybody who came in the chat. We had 316 people watching. Dang. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. Make sure to like the like button, please. Hit the like button. I haven't thought of a name for it, but like I said, I'm gonna be doing some. It's gonna be similar to this, but not like this. Like if you watch me all my videos all last year after the game, I break down. We're going to be calling it, I think I'm going to call it Mauling Mondays. Hopefully I can cut up the film by Monday. Mauling Mondays, where I'm going to cut up. We're going to get right here on the live with y'all in the chat. And we're going to break down. I'm not going to go through every offensive line play, but the key plays. Probably 10 to 15 plays where I can draw on it, beforehand. And we're going to break it down and actually go through and, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to do front 7 Fridays, which I'm going to do the other side, the defensive line, because I got some defensive line knowledge too. Hell, y'all, if y'all was here, I did a damn special team show. Boy, I'm a student of the game, man. Y'all better ask somebody. But, hey, look, I appreciate everybody for coming in, man. The offensive line, I know everyone has their doubts, but I'm telling y'all right now, they're going to be all right. They're going to be more than good. I'm gonna say F Solari. Shout out to Duke. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to Schottenheimer. I need to give him his credit because he was here. And that's another thing I wanted to say. Like, obviously, McCarthy didn't prioritize his offensive line, and Schottenheimer is leading with that. And I always wondered why. Like, yes, it's music to my ears because he wanted to run the ball, but also I think it's because he was in a room. He was on both offense and defense. He was seeing everything, and he was just seeing how disconjointed and how we were doing things that were not in the best strength. We weren't coaching right. We weren't taking outside. We weren't taking outside help. Well, you know what I'm saying? We were out there winging it. We had 2 rookies out there just basically trying to develop on their own. So Schottenheimer, very first interview or like second interview in Western Night, he said, "Look, the game is won up front. He literally said with his mouth, he literally said, "We go as far as this offensive line goes." And now, I just had an epiphany. Like I see why he said that now. We go as far as the offensive line go. We go. If they're moving, if they're in sync, we're going to be in sync. If they're physical, we're going to be physical. Because this offensive line has probably had the most turnover out of everybody. D-line probably a close second. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Schottenheimer doing everything he can to not replicate last season. So not only him emphasizing it, you outbid probably the best offensive line, or one of the best run game offensive line coaches, made him your old coordinator, probably got the best offensive line coach in college, hired him, told him to come in and grab a seat for a cup of coffee, and we gonna sign you a contract, come coach your player your prize pupil in the professional level. So now we got 2, 3 counting Schottenheimer sets of hands in that offensive line room. Development should be coming on. It should be on the way. So like I expect Clayton Adams. I'm gonna be looking at the videos. I'm gonna be bringing them up. I hope Clayton Adams spends 60-70% of practice over there with the offensive line. I need him hands on. I know I don't want him walking around, seeing everything like that. He can do that sometimes, but I need him hands on. I need him. I need him and Riley exchanging. Look, hey Riley, I'm gonna take the tackles today. You working on guards. We working on pulling. We working on landmarks. We working on double teams and everything like that. I need him like that because y'all, if we got two bona fide guys who know what they're doing, who coach offensive line, work on this offensive line, we shouldn't have no slack in this entire offensive line. None, man. And I'm excited. Shout out to everybody who came in the chat, bruh. I think we got up to like 315, bruh. Well, he said Salam Crab. He said, considering they couldn't find the other coach when they needed him, I agree. Yeah, you're right. Like, hey, like we got so many hands on that room. That's why I'm pushing so hard with my brothers, my content creator brothers like DMV, because we got the offensive line. But when you look at the running back room, it's just question marks. And it's like, we can not afford question marks right now, bro. We can't be wasting years, bro. We don't know how long we're going to have Clayton Adams, man. We have to outbid him for this job. So if he does a good job, we need to be moving it along, bro. We need to be moving it along, dog. So, yeah, that's why I want the running back now, because it's so close. I want the defensive tackle now. I want the defensive tackle in here so they can be leaning up against this offensive line all camp. So we can come out and just be a nasty team. So people be wondering what we've been having for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? We've been having damn bacon. You know what I'm saying? We nasty MFers can come out there. Our offensive line gonna make our team, you know what I'm saying? Our team so much better. So, you know what I'm saying? So, look. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. Yeah, get that hater out of here. You little Dallas Cowboy. You came in here, Dak sucks. All right, bro. I pray for y'all, bro. Some of y'all haters. I appreciate everybody, man. Sorry if I missed your message or if your super chat. I got a new setup and everything like that. I'm trying to work out some things. I very much so. I don't want to just leave, and just leave what you sent, in vain and everything like that. But I really do. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, man. I really do, man. Be on the lookout, working on a video. Got a couple of shorts coming. The video's still in the early stages, so I ain't gonna promote it just yet. I think I'm done with the overviews. I mean, I may do a little poll if y'all want, because the last position groups I had was tight end and safety. And honestly, I don't think that they're interesting enough for a video. I know I was going through and quarterback, but you know what I'm saying, you got a little Dallas Cowboy. I don't want to make a video and everybody gonna be in there. Y'all know Dak gonna be good this year. We just gonna break down the film when we get it. You know what I'm saying, and show it then. But shout out to everybody who came in here, man.